Rick again, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about major project number 3, which is going to be a proposal. And here are some things that you need to know before starting. First thing is that for this project, you're going to be creating a proposal for a product, a program, or service of your devising, and this is something that should aim to improve the lives of the UNM community and the surrounding neighborhoods. Following the lead of our school's Be Kind UNM initiative, your project should aim to foster kindness, compassion, and empathy within the community. And because this is a multimodal project, I encourage you to exploit any and all resources to take this proposal, both the idea that you're proposing here and the actual proposal, take it outside the box, way outside. Go nuts with it. And something else to consider as you're approaching this project, well-done proposal makes a great writing sample when you head out into the job market. So the project was going to be developed as one of the following. It's going to be a proposal PowerPoint. So it'd be 12 to 15 slides, including a title slide. It must be turned into a video for posting to your online portfolio. And note that it's not a PowerPoint presentation. That's normally the short conventions of a PowerPoint. I want you to think of this more in terms of someone is going to sit down and read this through. Or you can do a proposal video of 3 to 4 minutes in length. You might have some other multimodal format proposal presentation. If you're interested in something like that, you've got a cool idea, talk to me about it and we'll look at that. As a bonus, 15-point bonus, if you create an actual Kickstarter.com or you go to some other crowdsourcing site, if you create a proposal there for an actual product that you're planning to develop, you could do that. I want you to talk to me about this first. And unless you go live with this Kickstarter and it's accessible to everyone, then you don't get the points. It isn't going to work. The proposal project must include the following. So it's going to have a title and a subtitle, as examples we talked about in class. At least 3 graphics, so photos, drawings, and charts, etc., that help explain the proposal's deliverable. Clearly defined headings for the following sections, numbered 1 through 8. Let's take a look at those. All right, so you're going to have one where you are introducing the problem. I want your heading to say something along the lines of introduction to the problem or some name that conveys that message. You're going to have a section heading that is a description of the problem. You will have a solution, including steps, minimum of 4 steps. You will have a schedule or timeline of the steps of that process. You will have a section showing the qualifications of the staff. And for this, I'm going to ask you to create job titles and a job description that goes with those. Any equipment or property that you might need, materials, whatever you're going to need to complete this project. A cost versus benefits section, recalling that the benefits are always going to be greater than the costs. And then endnotes and citations for any stuff that you're citing in there. What am I looking for in this? As in previous projects, I'm going to be looking at the genres of media, how well you approach those, your awareness of the audience. What is an appropriate genre of media for your audience? What is the tone? What is the diction? What is the language level? Clarity and purpose and focus. Right? So it doesn't drift off into other topics. It stays focused on what it is that you intend to accomplish with this proposal. Organization and structure. I'm looking for it to follow the headings listed on the previous slide here. The mechanics. I'm going to look at the mechanics again. So I'm going to look at first visual mechanics. How does this thing appear? Right? Does it demonstrate understanding and an appropriate use of the modalities conventions? Are the images properly sized and framed? Are they placed relative to the text that they represent? Is there strong cohesiveness of images and videos? That means one thing you have a cartoon, on the other one you have a photograph, right? Or a cartoon in a different style. They need to work together. Images should demonstrate a strong flow, if applicable. They may not need to be in here, where each one moves logically to the next. I'm also going to look at oral mechanics. Again, oral meaning your ears listening. So I'm looking for that reasonable sound level, not too loud, not too low. I want clean sound quality without distracting background noises or muddiness. Reasonably expected. You're not doing this in a professional studio. I understand that. And then any ancillary materials that may be needed. And they may include in this project here, it might be appendices, with things like maybe charts and graphs or rendering, those sorts of things. I'm going to look at the appropriateness of them primarily. Like, do they belong in here? The completed project is going to include the following. So you're going to have that preflection or proposal. It's going to be submitted in your journal, and you can see the schedule for the dates on that. The proposal presented in a medium of your choosing, though it must be multimodal, remember that. And then a project completion report in your journal. This overall assignment is worth 75 points with the reflections, the journal entries worth 10 points each. And that's it. In addition to this video, you should thoroughly read that proposal project directions that are available in Module 3. I think they'll answer most of your questions. Anything else that you need to know about, go ahead and contact me. Oops.